This video tutorial is going to talk about minor chords, in particular 5 minor chords: C minor, A minor, G minor, E minor, and D minor, spelling out the word caged. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Here's C major, as you recall. Now let me give you a little brief theory lesson so you can understand what makes this chord minor and why and which notes we use to make it minor. Okay, with a major chord, it consists of 3 different notes. This one in particular, C, consists of C, E, and G, this open G string here. So C, E, G, then it just kind of repeats. We got a C there and an E there. So what defines the chord is these 3 different notes, C, E, and G. Now they relate to C in the sense that they are the 1, or the first note of the major scale, which is the Do, Re, Mi, Fa, Sol, La, Ti, Do scale. So it's the 1, and then the 3, 1, 2, 3, right there's the 3rd, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's the 5, which is our G, the 3 was our E, the 1 was our C. Now we can't play that and that at the same time, so we have to play this one in a different place, which conveniently is the open G string. So there's the 1, the 3, and the 5. Then we have another version of the 1 right there, and another version of the 3 with the open E string. So now what we're going to do to make a minor chord is to flat the 3. So that means we're just going to take it down 1 fret. Right, so instead of E, now it's E flat. So here's how that works as far as making it an actual chord. We now play the C note on the A string, 3rd fret, with our pinky finger. And we've got index finger here on the E flat, 1st fret of the D string. Then we've got the open G string. Then we've got the octave of the C. Okay? And we just play these 4 strings in the middle. C, E flat, G, and C. That's our notes. So we got our 1, our minor 3rd, and our 5. We can play our octave again there if we want. If we play other strings, for instance the open E, it sounds kind of terrible. So same with that. So stick with these middle 4 strings for this chord. Now, I know it doesn't seem very practical, but what you can do is once you shift this up, you can use this shape, kind of like a triangle. So there's C sharp minor, that is. There's D minor, E flat minor, or D sharp minor, E minor, okay, and so on and so forth. Now moving right along from C minor, we'll go to A minor. A minor is kind of easy because it looks just like an E major, except everything's moved over 1 string. It's also just 1 note different from C major, just moving this ring finger. Okay, so now to play the A minor, we've got open A string. We've got our 5 here, which is located on the 2nd fret of the D string. The note is E. There's another octave of the A right there. And here's our minor 3rd, which is C. And then we've got our 5 again. So notice again we've got 3 different notes, A, E, and C. And we've got different versions of them. So we got another A here, right? And another E there with the high E string. Okay, so remember, a major of A would be A, C sharp, and E. So we're there's our minor 3rd for A. So we're playing the A. We're playing that note, which we find an octave higher. And we also keep the 5 the same, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is E, which we can find there. Also find it there. I know it's a lot of kind of stuff to take in, but for now, just remember these chord shapes. The major chords, which we went over before, and now the minors. So here's C minor, which you did. Here's A minor. Okay, next one would be G minor. So, okay, for G minor, here's our G major, right? So let's take this ring finger, stick it on the 3rd fret of the B string, and and stick the pinky on that high G. Still keep the set of G major, so we got G, B, D, G, D, and G. That's our notes. So G, B, and D. Our third being B. So now when we flat that, we get a B flat. So here's our G minor. So the only change we really made was we added this finger over here, and then we move that down one fret. So play that. When we transfer, it'll be a little different. We'll mostly just kind of utilize this shape. So the open chord version of this G minor is middle finger here on the G, third fret of the low E string. Our minor third, which is the actual note, is B flat, and it's the first fret of the A string. And then our 5 here, open D. Then we've got the octave, which is the open G string. And then the 5 again there, and the high G there, third fret. Okay, so now let's go to E minor. This is another shape that's pretty easy to do. Very easy to remember because here's E major, right? Our major third in E major was our index finger. So we want to flat that. What happens when we go down a fret? We run out of frets, so it's an open string. So E minor is just like E major except for that finger's gone. Okay. Then now D minor. So here's major. Our major third, D, E, F sharp. That's our major third. Do, re, mi. So we want to go down one fret. Keep everything the same, except we're going to use different fingers to play these same notes. So we still have the D string as our root. We got the A, second fret with our middle finger on the G string. And then we got the octave here, ring finger for the D. And then first fret on the E string, and it's our minor third.